Assalamualaikum grade 6. How are you my dear students? I hope you all will be fine. And today we will start our work with the powerful, beautiful name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay students, as you can see on the board, today's skill is modal verbs. We have studied about the helping verbs. Okay, so today we will learn about the modal verbs. What are the modal verbs? So here's the definition of modal verb. A modal verb is a verb that is used to show. एक मॉडल वर्ब ऐसा वर्ब होता है जो किस चीज को शो करता है. नंबर 1, एबिलिटी. एबिलिटी मीन्स द कैपेसिटी, योर पावर टू डू समथिंग. ओके, आप किसी भी चीज को कर सकते हो, देन वी कैन शो दिस एबिलिटी थ्रू द मॉडल वर्ब. इनएबिलिटी, अगर आप किसी चीज को नहीं कर सकते तो वो भी मॉडल वर्ब्स के जरिए शो की जाती है. देन परमिशन, व्हेन यू टेक परमिशन फॉर समवन टू डू समथिंग, जब आप किसी से कोई भी काम करने के लिए परमिशन लेते हो, देन इट इज आल्सो कैन बी एक्सप्रेस्ड बाय द मॉडल वर्ब. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, व्हेन यू वांट टू एंटर इन द क्लासरूम, यू आस्क द परमिशन फ्रॉम द टीचर, मैम मे आई कम इन. सो मे इज मॉडल वर्ब. प्रोहिबिशन मीन्स मना किया गया किसी काम से. मे नॉट, ठीक है, may and may not. May is permission granting and may not is not permission granting. Okay, prohibition. Then obligation. Obligation means duty. For example, we should offer 5 times prayers. It is our obligation. Okay, so should and should not. Should not means prohibition and may not also a prohibition. For example, we should not speak lie. Speak a lie, okay? हमें झूठ नहीं बोलना चाहिए. So it is not our duty to speak a lie. And we should offer the prayers 5 times. It is our obligations. Okay, students, now we will use these modal verbs into the sentences and it will make you more clear about the modal verbs. Okay, students, the first modal verb is can and cannot. Can shows the ability to do something and cannot shows the inability to do something. For example, you can pass the test. तुम ये टेस्ट पास कर सकते हो. ओके, हियर इन दिस सेंटेंस वी आर एक्सप्रेसिंग द एबिलिटी ऑफ अ पर्सन, सो वी यूज द मॉडल वर्ब कैन. यू कैन नॉट ड्राइव द कार, तुम कार ड्राइव नहीं कर सकते. दिस इज द इनएबिलिटी ऑफ अ पर्सन कि वो कार ड्राइव नहीं कर सकता. ओके, सो वी यूज द मॉडल वर्ब्स टू शो द एबिलिटी एंड इनएबिलिटी. ओके स्टूडेंट, द नेक्स्ट वन इज मे एंड मे नॉट. मे इज यूज टू आस्क फॉर द परमिशन एंड टू गिव अबाउट द परमिशन. And may not is denying the permission. For example, may I come now? क्या मैं अब आ सकता हूँ या आ सकती हूँ? Okay, you are asking the permission, so may is used for the permission. And may not, you may not go to home. तुम घर नहीं जा सकते हो. Okay, so denying permission, here you are not able to have the permission from the person you are asking, so may not. Okay, one of the big difference between the can and may, they have the same meaning: ability, inability, or permission and denying permission. But we use the can in the casual manner when you are talking to your friends. Okay, so but you use the may when you are talking to the person who is older from you in the formal way. ठीक है, इन दोनों में इतना डिफरेंस नहीं है, मीनिंग दोनों के सेम होते हैं. बट कैन हम थोड़ा फॉर्मल वे में यूज करते हैं जब हम अपने फ्रेंड से या अपने से छोटे से बात कर रहे होते हैं. बट मे इज यूज फॉर द पर्सन यू वांट टू गिव रिस्पेक्ट टू दैट पर्सन. ठीक है, मे जब हम अपने से बड़े से या उसको रिस्पेक्ट देने के लिए यूज करते हैं. जैसे टीचर से मे कहते हो ना, ऐसे तो नहीं कहते टीचर कैन आई कम इन, मे आई कम इन बोलते हो. ठीक है, सो इट इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन दिस. Okay student, the next modal verb is should and should not. Should is used for the obligation. Should is also used for the recommendation. जब आप किसी को कोई एडवाइस या रिकमेंड करना चाहते हो कुछ भी, then we can also use the should. For example, we should save water. हमें पानी को बचाना चाहिए. It is our moral obligation. Okay? And should not, we should not tease others. हमें दूसरों को तंग नहीं करना चाहिए. It is the prohibition, क्योंकि इस बात से मना किया गया है. Okay? So we use the should not. Should is also used for the recommendation. For example, you should go to the doctor for your medical checkup. Okay, so here you are suggesting, recommending something to the person, you are using the should. Okay, and also we can use the should to advise something. For example, you should work hard. Okay, so these are the uses of should. And should not is used for the prohibition, जिस चीज से मना किया गया हो. Okay, students, next skill is regular and irregular adjectives. We have studied about the adjectives. Adjective qualifies a noun which shows the positive and the negative aspects of a noun. It is known as adjective. Okay, students, first of all, recall the degrees of adjective that we have done in the previous classes as well. There are 3 degrees of adjective: positive, comparative, and superlative. Positive means when we are talking about one noun. Comparative when we are comparing the 2 nouns. And superlative is when we are comparing more than 2 nouns. Okay, for example, big, bigger, biggest. I would see this is a big room. I am talking about one noun. Bigger, this room is bigger than this. ये कमरा इस कमरे से बड़ा है. I am comparing the 2 rooms. And if I would see this room is the biggest of all the rooms, कि ये room इन तमाम कमरों से बड़ा है, सबसे बड़ा है. So it is the superlative degree of adjective because here I am comparing more than 2 nouns. Next one is good, better and best. Good, ठीक है, एक अच्छी चीज. उस चीज को किसी दूसरी चीज के साथ कंपेयर किया गया, 2 nouns, then it is better. And best, हम कहते हैं ना इसका टेस्ट क्लास में सबसे बेस्ट है. ठीक है, बेस्ट का मतलब सबसे अच्छा. सुपरलेटिव, हाई फाई. इंटेलिजेंट, अली इज इंटेलिजेंट. ओके, अली इंटेलिजेंट है. मोर इंटेलिजेंट, अली इज मोर इंटेलिजेंट देन साद. ओके, अली साद से ज्यादा इंटेलिजेंट है. एंड अली इज द मोस्ट इंटेलिजेंट बॉय इन द क्लास मीन्स अली इज द मोस्ट इंटेलिजेंट boy. I am comparing the Ali from rest of the class, so it is the superlative degree of adjective. Okay, students, now what are the regular adjectives? Regular adjectives are simply become by adding the er and est, its comparative and superlative degree. Okay, regular adjective simply कैसे बनते हैं? जब हम comparative के साथ er add करते हैं and superlative के साथ est add करते हैं. Okay, big से bigger. बिग से बिगर बना है, बिग से टोटली वर्ड चेंज नहीं हुआ. देन बिगेस्ट, टॉल, टॉलर, टॉलेस्ट, कूल, कूलर, कूलेस्ट. ओके, वर्ड टोटली चेंज नहीं हुआ, इसी वर्ड को आगे लेके गए हैं तो उसमें एडिशन हो गई है सफिक्सेस की, ई आर एंड ई एस टी. दीज आर द रेगुलर एडजेक्टिव्स. वी कैन मेक द रेगुलर एडजेक्टिव्स बाय सिंपली एडिंग द ई आर एंड ई एस टी. Okay, students, the next are the irregular adjectives. You can see on the board, irregular adjectives are different from the regular adjectives. How? Look, good, better, best, bad, worse, worst, less, lesser, and least. We cannot add er or est at the end of the irregular adjectives. Okay, they are completely different from their positive degree of adjective. We cannot make good, gooder and goodest. Okay, so bad, worse and worst, less, lesser and least. That's why they are known as irregular, because they do not follow the rules of the regular adjectives. Okay, comparative degree is different from positive degree and superlative degree is different from its comparative degree. The word is totally changed when we want to make a comparative and superlative degree. Now we have studied the modal verbs. Read the given modal verbs and their uses in different situations. Use of can and cannot. We can save water at home. Possibility. We cannot save water if we do not take serious steps. Impossibility. We can discover new ways to save water. Possibility. Fish cannot survive in fully water. Inability. A camel can drink a lot of water. Ability. You cannot drink salt water. Inability. Use of may and may not. We may have a meeting for the upcoming project. Possibility. They may not make brochures about the new campaign. Doubt. The policeman said you may go now. Granting permission. You may not go home. Denying permission. May I come with you? Asking permission. You may not read this book as it is already issued. Impossibility. Use of should and should not. Should. We should always use water carefully. Obligation. It is our duty. One should not enter the principal's office without permission. Prohibition. We should discover new resources of water. Recommendation. We should not waste water even if we have more than enough obligation. You should open a tap of water only when required. Obligation. He should not eat too much. Obligation. Now, it's the time of home assignment. You have to use the given modal verbs in sentences in your notebook, okay? You have to think and write the modal verbs and write the sentences using these modal verbs in your notebooks. The next one, regular and irregular adjectives. We have studied them. Now what you have to do, you have to write R for regular and I for irregular adjectives, okay? The mountain was bigger than the nearby hills. In this line, the adjective is bigger. Now, it's regular or irregular. You will write R or I in front of the line which is given. I had the worst experience of my life traveling by train. We have the least percentage of available fresh water. Antarctica is the coolest region. The more you read books, the more information you get. Living in a tent is a better place to live in during camping. There will be lesser diseases if we wash hands properly. Okay, write R for regular and I for irregular, and you have to fill this box finding the comparative and superlative degrees and also the positive. Big, you have to find the comparative and superlative: faster, angry, worst, more, later, and furthest, and at the end you can write our adjective by your own. Okay students, thank you so much. Best of luck. Jazakallah. Fi Manillah. Allah Hafiz.